What about gravity?
Okay. From what I understand, the Earth is supposedly revolving at over 166,000 miles an hour.
What do you mean by
And
revolving? What?
rotating rotating in a circular motion.
Oh, Oh, did you
So,
say 1,066 miles an hour?
yeah,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. For some reason,
100,000.
I heard that as like 100,000 miles an hour. All right. Yeah. At the equator, it spins about 1,000 miles. Yeah, a little over. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Um,
One revolution per day.
okay. So in that taking place, are we supposed to be traveling through space as the stars, the sun, and the moon revolve around us at the same time? Is
The stars don't
that
revolve around the Earth. The stars we see are in the galaxy, and we live in a spiral galaxy, so they are rotating along with us. So the reason that they don't move, well, the reason we don't see the stars move, like we can't like notice them shifting as the Earth is moving, is twofold. One, even if they were stationary, they're so far away that you wouldn't be able to see them move at all. And two, they're also moving with us. So there wouldn't be any real perceptible movement from that anyway. But there is a tiny bit of star drift that we are able to detect.
okay? So if we're traveling through the cosmos, are we gonna eventually? Are we gonna crash into stars and other worlds and
Stars,
other things?
no. But the Earth does. The Earth does go through, like, there are predictable meteor storms that happen periodically because there are pockets of debris in space that are known about. And so the scientists can predict well ahead of time that that there's going to be an increase in meteor activity. There actually just was one last month. Um, so we know about that, but no, the distances between things in space are so incredibly vast that even if everything else in our galaxy wasn't moving and we were the only thing moving, the odds of us hitting anything would be preposterously low.
Okay. Now I know they say, okay, we went to the moon and they're trying to go to Mars. So my thing is, if we're traveling at such tremendous speeds and everything's like revolving around the other, how can you really center enough to or target a world enough to be able to land on it and you're traveling at such great speeds through the cosmos themselves?
Because it's also traveling along with us. If you had two trains running side by side, like in the movies, can you jump from one train to the other? Yeah, because they're traveling side by side.
But what if
If
one?
you invoke the speed of one train to say, oh, it'd be impossible to land on the other, uh, yeah, if you leave out the fact that the other train is also traveling along with you. But once you understand that, then it becomes not surprising.
So is everything traveling at the same speed?
In our local neighborhood, the objects are traveling very, very nearly the same. I mean, the moon is going around the sun at the same speed as us, but the moon's position change, like it's, I don't know what you want to call it. It's not like its angular velocity exactly changes, but it's orbiting Earth. So there are subtle changes, but we know how to, you know, lead our target and account for that.
Okay. Yeah. It's so so. To, I want to bring up the point of gravity during all of this traveling.
Sure.
If we're a circular globe, how is it that the water is adhering to the sides of the globe at such tremendous speeds traveling through the cosmos? And I live in an environment where this supposed gravity exists, and I cannot cause any water to adhere to the side of a circular uh, um,
Yeah, because the gravity of the Earth
anything
pulls it off and
wa-
attracts it to the Earth. So, is your
so
question how can the water adhere to Earth if Earth is moving so fast?
how can how is it that if it's a circular ball, what are you saying that gravity is powerful enough to cause the water to adhere to the sides
Yeah.
of the earth?
Yeah, just like a human standing at the South Pole doesn't go and fall into space.
So if I live in an environment where gravity exists, how come I cannot cause water to adhere to the side of a ball?
Because the gravity of the Earth pulls it off. If you go into space, it's really going to be surface tension is so many orders of magnitude stronger than gravity. But if you were to go into space and have just a ball floating there and put water around it, the water would adhere to it. Because you would be separate. You're not separating yourself from gravity, but your acceleration of gravity is canceled out.
Now that I would like to see.
They've done it.
Yeah, they've done this like so many times on the ISS.
Is there any is there any video I can go to on YouTube to?
I mean, I
see
could
this
probably
thing,
do it
or
right
any
now for you.
place? Is there any?
They have one
Is
where
there
they have like a ball of water and they put a GoPro inside of it. It's pretty neat. But it is just surface tension. Like what you're asking for, we're going to need a lot of mass. We can't just build another Earth to scale and I don't know, make this happen. I don't know how exactly to achieve what you want.
Okay, that's very interesting there.
So here, I think this is maybe the video Goldman was talking about, but yeah, they're making a ball of water in space, and I don't know if they put a camera inside of it.
Okay, they're making a ball of water in space.
Yep. Now that's going to be like entirely based on like surface tension and intermolecular forces, because those are quadrillions of times stronger than gravity.
ask
But
a
gravity
question.
would do the exact same thing if you had a sufficient mass of it.
So it was that ball of water I just witnessed. Was it surrounding a circular surface, or was it just water?
It was just water, and it just naturally adheres to a sphere because that's the most energy conservative shape.
No, what I'm asking, was it their experiment just now? Was it there a sphere around it?
No, it was just water.
Okay, just plain water.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, see, therein lies my problem. I'm trying to figure out, okay, if you're gonna prove an experiment, I really want to know if it can adhere to a sphere. Literally, since it's out in space, I want to know how it adheres to a sphere, because I live on I live on a planet that they're saying is.
If you're gonna grant me that there is space, then just go to space and observe the Earth and observe that it's a sphere and that there's water on the sides and bottom of that sphere.
Okay, yeah. Wow, yeah, I got a whole lot of interesting questions going on. I noticed you said that Okay, the Earth is not flat. Um,
Yup.
let's see. I, I, and this is where I'm caught in the middle. I'm caught in between 2 points. To me, it would make more sense for water to lie within a surface that can be contained by gravity and immovable, stationary in one place. That would make more sense to me than being on a circular ball that they haven't proven adheres to any surface in space and traveling through the cosmos at hundreds of thousands of miles an hour. And you have all the planets circling and so forth and so on. While the Earth is basically, in my opinion, it's like it's a spaceship, traveling through space, but yet we're not attaining or getting anywhere. You know, um, they've been saying we're going to get to Mars. They said we went to the moon. The last time we went to the moon was 1972. Then now they're saying they said that they erased a disk and they lost the technology. That's what NASA's saying.
That
And
has
then they're
nothing to
saying
do with the shape of the Earth.
Yeah, it just makes more sense that it would be on a flat. It would adhere to a flat surface because it's a flat surface and it's stationary, and that I'm just saying
What
that to
makes it
me that
adhere to the surface if it's flat?
okay. If I take water like right now, I'm a being that lives within this
I know,
gravity
lover, I'm
atmosphere.
going to just grant you, let's just assume that the Earth is flat. Why does the water not go up?
Um, yeah, the water would not necessarily go up. I agree with the gravity aspect of things, but the thing is,
Then the Earth isn't flat.
okay,
Yeah, gravity would
if I
crush
go to Chicago,
if Earth were the size
if
it
I
is and flat, gravity would crush it into a ball.
okay, if I go to Chicago and I'm looking over Lake Michigan, I can see Chicago from the other side
You can
of
see the
Michigan. I
tops of the
think Michigan.
tallest buildings, yeah, which is what you would expect if the Earth is a globe.
Well, not the tops. I can see the whole city.
No, you cannot.
Um, I'm telling you, man. I live in Michigan. I can see the entire city of Chicago.
No, you cannot.
Yeah. Well,
You will
I can't. I
never
can't
produce a
argue. I can't
picture.
argue with that.
You will never produce a picture of people walking on the sidewalk from the east
No,
side of Lake Michigan.
not people walking on the sidewalk. I'm talking about the buildings, the structures
Yeah, I
themselves.
know. You can see the tops of the tall buildings, which is exactly what would happen if the Earth is flat. Or, God damn it, if the Earth is a globe. I'm happy to announce that I can now offer signed copies of both of my books. This is because I've reopened my merch store where you can get your very own Spanky, t-shirt, and more. If you don't know, Rational Answers to Stupid Questions is a collection of responses to about 100 of the most common anti-scientific tropes. The book is meticulously detailed, it's been fact-checked by real scientists, and it's written in a clear and easy to understand way. Evolution, the Big Bang, creationism, flat Earth, all of that plus more is in there. Facts That Aren't True is a collection of over 150 commonly held beliefs that are not true. Each claim has a story behind it. You'll learn the history behind the claim, the science that disproves it, or partially supports it in some cases, and lots of side stories and tangents. Categories include the human body, history, religion, animals, nature, language, and a hodgepodge of miscellaneous facts that aren't true. So if you want to be equipped to handle the misinformation that you see me tackling here every day, get a copy of one or both of those books for yourself. Thank you.
Oh,
Are you
well, I
referring
can't
to the
argue with
pictures by
that.
Joshua Nowicki?
That's just that would have to be up to interpretation. But me personally, I am honest. I have seen it. So
Yeah, you've seen the tops of the buildings, which is what you would expect.
Where do you go to
no,
see the
not
tops of the building?
well, not. Okay, well, I'm not gonna argue with you on that. But okay, so the sphere, gravity, and so forth and so
Here,
on.
check it out. Right
Gravity
here.
is real.
This is Chicago from the east side of Lake Michigan. You can only see the tops of the tallest buildings. And like, yeah, I mean, we could say more than tops. We could say like we can see 60, 80% maybe of them, but not the rest. No street lights. Where's the rest of that building? I promise you that's not the bottom of that building, right? This is what you would expect if the earth is curved, because the curvature of the earth obscures the bottom portions.
And keep in mind, this picture was taken 250 feet off the surface of the water, too.
Yeah, also that.
So we're still not seeing the whole building, even that high up.
Okay, well, all right. That's an interesting picture right there. But how many miles is that across
53.
Lake Michigan? 53. How much? 50.
Yeah, 53
You said
miles
what?
across from
About
53
Warren
miles
Dunes to
across?
Chicago.
About tree feet.
Okay. All right. That's interesting. So,
And the horizon's about 20 miles away in that photo. That's where the point is that's cutting off the buildings. So the buildings are much further. That's why we only see less than half of them. Actually, they're cut off pretty high.
okay. Okay. Now, in bringing up those points, I'm gonna just leave those alone for now. You said the Earth is billions of years old.
Billions.
I definitely believe that. They, a lot of theorists and Christians say it's only thousands of years old, but I truly believe the Earth is billions, if not more, years old. Let's see. Now you said evolution is true.
Mm-hmm.
You believe that mankind came from apes? Is that?
Other now extinct apes in the past, yeah.
Okay. Now, my thing is with that, we have, we still have apes today. We have chimpanzees and gorillas.
Yeah, we didn't come from chimpanzees.
Okay,
the thing we evolved from is extinct now.
Okay. Evolution is true. Okay, so would you?
Probably not.
Okay, in my personal opinion, I think that to say that such a magnificent being such as mankind to come from an animal, to me that is like a downgrade.
Well, I'm flattered, but if we evolved, we literally kind of are an upgrade.
Yeah, but why couldn't we come from something greater than an ape of some kind?
Well, we do come from the great apes. We are a great ape. And because we are more modern and more highly derived, it would only make sense that we come from something lesser. It would be a downgrade to what you just said would be a downgrade. Why wouldn't we come from something greater? Okay, well then we would be lesser.
Yes. Now that is kind of along the lines I was thinking. Um, and that's a whole nother story. But I I think that mankind is with the state that mankind in the world that is in now. I believe that because of the wars and suffering and so forth and so on, I think, and numerous other factors that were against us, I think that came into play and brought us to the point to where mankind is now. Um, because if we're supposed to be in increased intelligence and we can't even mankind can't even really heal their sick efficiently and effectively enough.
That's just
Um,
so
I'm just saying
not
if we're
true.
so technologically advanced, then why is there so much chaos? I mean, what is really going on? Uh, these are just my general questions. In experiencing everyday life and seeing the sufferings of individuals that I know personally, um, I I don't know, man. It's just something is out of order, and I'm on a journey to really find out what's really going on. It's just crazy. It's just craziness. And
Damn, that's crazy.
you believe the Big Bang is true.
Yeah.
Um, so you believe that you believe that all creation began with uh, a massive explosion of energy. Is
Nope.
that what I'm understanding?
I mean, well, no. It's not an explosion. No.
What would you say the Big Bang would be?
It's the expansion of space.
Okay, the
Space time.
expansion of space.
And then the space between all the things in it gets wider and wider.
Okay, the expansion of space and time. Do you believe there was a? Do you believe that the galaxies, the stars, the worlds, that you believe there was a creator or a designer for
No.
these things? Okay, and they everything just like boom, it just happened on its own. Is that
I
what you
have
think?
no idea what caused it to happen.
Okay, okay, that's fair enough. Um, yeah. Are you atheist? Are you atheist?
Every day.
Okay. Okay, good. That was a good answer. Um, okay. So you said no evidence of God. Now that's a really heavy one. No evidence of God.
Uh,
So to you, it's no evidence of any any God whatsoever in all of creation, trees, people, animals, the great seas, nothing.
I
There's no
can't do this anymore. I'm so